There is a lot of discussion these days about passive income for real estate agents out there. I'm Dave Veldkamp with Remax Grand Rapids, and I wanted to talk about two of those passive incomes today. One is revenue sharing versus referral, and I'll explain what I mean by both of those in just a minute. But let's take a moment to just go through the numbers. So, we want to discover the most effective, efficient, and reliable passive income source between these two. So let's take a look at revenue sharing first. And so the idea behind revenue sharing is you bring on additional agents, you spend time attracting them, and then you earn a small percentage of the income they bring in to that firm. So let's assume that to attract an agent, it takes about 1 day. Now that's pretty conservative for any of those who have you worked to attract agents. You know, often it takes much more time than that. For the sake of this, we'll just assume that's about 8 hours of work. Now, in order for they to share any revenue, they have to bring in revenue. So let's use the NAR average for 2021, where we saw agents bring in about 54K in gross commissions. Now, the idea of revenue sharing is you get a small percentage of that. And let's be generous and say that's 3.5%. Now, you get 3.5% of the 54K that they earn over a 12-month period. So, over 12 months, what does that break down to? About $1,900, $1,890 to be exact, in a 12-month period. So, in other words, that's about $157 per month. Now, let's take a look at the referral income. And just an example, what do we mean by referral income? The idea is instead of taking a day and 8 hours to attract an agent to your firm, you're spending those 8 hours on lead generation. So again, comparing the same time frame, 1 day, and we'll say it's 8 hours. And conservatively, let's say that you're able to bring in 1 lead per hour. So that is exactly 8 leads. Chances are you'll bring on much, much more if you're dedicating 8 hours to true lead generation. Now, we know not all of those are going to convert, right? So conservatively, let's say that we just convert 25% of those 8 leads. So that leads to about 2 transactions, right? So we're going to see 2 deals come out of this. And we know that when we lead generate, typically those deals take 3 to 4 months for them to actually come to fruition, for a closing to actually happen. So we'll say 2 deals over the course of 4 months is a pretty conservative estimate. Now, you refer these leads out to a different agent, so you're not taking in all of that income. Now, in our market, the average sale price is about $350K. You can figure it out in yours as well. So that would produce about $21,000 in gross commission income. Now, we're only collecting 25% of that because we referred it out. So that means we're seeing about $5,250 over the course of 4 months. We got to wait a while for it to happen. Now, if we take a look at that and say, okay, how much is that per month? That's going to be about $1,300 per month, in other words. So if we now compare the two examples and we take a look at $157 per month versus $1,300 per month, that is an 8 times increase based off the referral passive income system. So now I leave the question up to you. Which of these two systems do you feel is the most effective, efficient, and reliable? If you have questions about any of these numbers or how to set up and run a great program around these, please send me a message. Thanks so much.